So here we are. We're finally in our knee to belly option here, more like the knee to ribs. I'm controlling that tricep. My elbow's in, connected to my knee. I'm giving him a lot of pressure both with my knee and my elbow. I still have my cross face, and I'm impeding his ability to turn towards me as well away from me. As I start setting this choke up, my first option is always going to be my baseball choke. I don't ever want to bypass the baseball choke because it actually might work. But it also starts to set his mindset for that defense, for everything that's going to come here in the next couple of moves. So as I'm here, he's starting to fight. He doesn't like a lot of this pressure. I'm continuing to follow him. Remember, I still have this second knee option on that shoulder right here that keeps him from being able to turn away from me. But it's also a little mentally demoralizing to be able to stop him and just kind of knee right him with both knees. So as I'm working in this position, I can go ahead and set up my regular baseball choke from here. So this is going to be a palm down, palm up option. This is why we have that baseball choke set up. So as I'm here, I go ahead and sneak it in. Whether I have my knee on his shoulder or not, it's still going to be just as good. I'm going to make sure that my wrists are starting to collapse. My elbows are going to go in. And as I start to set this up, I'm going to start to now go north-south option, staying really low. Look how close my shoulder is to his chest. I'm now going to go all the way north-south. I'm loosening it up so I don't put him to sleep, but I would keep my hands where they were at, and I block the side of his face with my knee. And now I'm going to collapse, utilizing my wrist. So this really is where a lot of your wrist chokes are going to be effective. It isn't so much that you're pulling away because you have that lapel, and although you're bringing your knees together, this is really where you're going to get a lot of that choke set up, and you're going to get the finish earlier than it should. So as I have my baseball choke option, shoulder down, going north to south, I'm blocking his face, and now I'm going to go ahead and get my tap by collapsing my wrist and my elbows together. As I start to set this up, Royce is not dumb. He knows what's coming, so he starts to defend. So as I'm here, he makes it very difficult for me to be able to get that grip. And as he's trying to block this grip, I now go ahead and I start to set up my Brabo choke option or my reverse baseball choke option. So again, in order to free up my hand, I bring that knee in. This keeps him from being able to turn away from me, which is what I was doing here. So now I'm not using this hand anymore. I'm using this knee. I still have my cross-face option. I can always momentarily take care of business if he starts to do something I'm not accustomed to. Start to undo his lapel. I'm going to feed his lapel under, and I'll feed it to the hand that was on the lapel here. So now I have this control. Same exact cross-face option. So if he starts to turn into me, it still works by pushing out and flaring my elbow so that I can block his face. Same exact thing. I'm still going to set up again my baseball choke option. This one right here is going to be with the lapel this time. So it's going to be just as effective. It's going to be a little harder because this lapel is now tightened because I'm grabbing it with this hand. But just keep that in mind that I still want to go here. Even if it doesn't work, I'm going to go ahead and try it and work that option. So again, we're here. He starts to defend. Whether it works or not, this is what I really want him to do. I want him to react to this option. So as I'm going here, he's pushing my hands away. He's not letting me have it. So now I've decided that I'm going to now take control of the lapel with my left arm, and I'm going to do it with my right hand. So palm up. I'm now going to feed it. Turn this way. I'm now going to feed it like so. Okay? So it was here. I now feed. And now I'm doing this. A lot of pressure with my elbow now. This is that pressure on his chest. I'm going to kind of curl his body up. I want to get that reaction. And now I'm starting to give him a little more pressure with my knee. What I need him to do is turn towards me. Idealistically, about a 45-degree cant on his body is going to be perfect angle for my setup for my choke. So first option, thumb in. And I'm going to grab this material here. Or I can use this lapel here. Grab, I already have a handle. Palm down, and now I can go ahead and finish my chokes from here. Right now, this is going to be my best options here. Very powerful. This is going to be my reverse baseball choke options here. And again, I'm using those wrists. This is going to take a lot of that space out for that choke. Okay? As I start to go in here, and I'm setting up this choke, he's starting to turn towards me. He's starting to react. He knows that I want to choke him. he's now going to start defending. Scoot this way. He's now going to start defending and not allow me to grab. This makes it very difficult for me to finish this position. I now trap. And what I want to do is I want to get this tricep and I want to pin it between my bicep and his neck. And now I'm going to close the distance between my bicep or my shoulder and my wrist. And now I'm going to start to collapse. So now I can put my knee on the ground. I want to make sure that I'm starting to collapse here. Notice that his body is at a 45-degree angle here. My head is going to be on the same side my body is. And I'm going to grab this bottom tricep to keep him from squirming away. So it's going to look like this. A lot of pressure, and I get my tap. I can adjust my body however I need to adjust my body to make sure that this position is as effective as it could be. So once again, we're sitting here. He's starting to block. He's doing all this. I now grab, I trap, and I close the distance between my shoulder and my wrist as I grab this bottom arm on the same side, and I'm still going to flex my wrist. This wrist is going to flex. So as I drop my weight on him, I get my tap. This is that Brabo choke we were just talking about.